Welcome to Geeks Corner. I'm Mr. Daps.
And I'm Johnny 5.
And why are you Johnny 5 tonight?
Because 2 years ago, on October 5th, we recorded and uploaded our first episode of Geeks Corner.
That was a 5, huh?
Right? It was 10-5-10.
Was that your first reason?
No, my first reason was that I got a 5 on my AP Calculus exam.
I remember that now, actually.
Right?
Yeah, so 2 years ago in a couple days or so.
Approximately.
We sat in a loosely defined corner.
There were two corners.
Yeah,
they just weren't on screen.
One on either side of us.
Yeah.
And there was still a sign.
Yep, sign was there.
And
the hanging plant was there.
That's outside.
We don't have it here.
It's outside of the studio. You can see it when you come into the studio.
Yeah. We had some Home Depot clip lights.
We had this chair.
That chair was there.
Sitting, yeah.
This couch was in existence, but not
a few feet away. It was, well, your warm up was for that special episode, that warm up episode. You were sitting in that couch.
Yeah,
that was a wonderful.
So that's a cameo of a couch.
Preview
and you can just mute that part and watch it later.
Events. Yeah. I think we need a link for that for sure. That was a wonderful experience.
Copenhagen?
No. No. But yeah, it's 2 years, and we are working on a thank you video for all of the people that make this happen, and
because it's not just us.
Right. So we're going to spread out our 2 year a little bit and have it go for a couple weeks, and culminating in a big Halloween episode where we're going to try to do it live if that's possible. Because
we'll see.
We do have some haunts.
We might have to do it dead.
Yeah. You know what's funny is that's the same amount of laughter that we would have gotten if we had a studio audience tonight.
Shut up.
But
someone out there is cracking up.
I hope so. I'm actually sure there are. Because it was kind of funny. Remember when we used to do the shoe thing? We'd put our shoes up and we like 3D. Ooh. Yeah, remember? I just popped it in my head.
I don't think I have anything on the bottom there.
Yeah, so we're excited about 2 years, and we're gonna stretch it out and have a couple fun things the course of the month to celebrate our 2 year month, because that will be awesome. But we also want to tell you about the exciting things that are going on, and the most exciting for me, and we'll say for you too. You weren't there, but you helped me edit the videos, so it counts. Is we have new ambassadors that were announced for the Disneyland Resort, and it was a wonderful ceremony, and they had like Fab Five there, and George Kalogridis, the Disneyland president, was there. And one of the really cool parts I thought was they had a bunch of previous ambassadors there, and they all lined up as they're coming out from the castle towards the stage, and it just was a really cool moment to see all of these people that have been a part of this really exclusive group of people. There's not that many of them. And Renee and Jolie were passing the torch, the previous ambassadors, in case you didn't do your homework, but they're passing the torch on to the new ambassadors, and so we really do have to wish them both a ton of congratulations to both Megan Navarette, hopefully I said your name right, and Sachiko White, and they look like they're going to be amazing ambassadors, and it was fun getting to interview them afterwards. And you know, it really was one of those Disney, it's cliche, but it was a Disney moment where they announced, especially the first announcement was Megan, and it was kind of like the Miss America moment where it just wasn't entirely expected, and it was clearly a shock, and just the overwhelming emotion that came out, and it just was a really, it makes going to those events and covering those events that much more fun, just because you see the pure joy that came out of her in that moment. And Sachiko was also very excited as well. But just that initial announcement when Megan won it was just really fun to see. And you're like, yeah, I want to see you succeed. Good job. And I'm sure it's an incredibly daunting and stressful process interviewing for it. It sounded like, and they're going to have a incredible whirlwind of 2 years as they represent the Disneyland Resort all around the place and all around the globe, really. Good luck to you guys. We're wishing you the best. We look forward to seeing you at events and working with you, and it seems.
And if you ever want to come on the show and geek out,
absolutely, you're always welcome.
Yeah.
And but most of all, we wish you a really wonderful tour of duty as the Disneyland Ambassador team, and we'll give you a hat tip. So you can do it too. Yeah, that'd be pretty.
I did one earlier.
Oh, good. So another we're gonna move on now. Is that okay?
No, yeah.
Okay, good.
I was planning it. It sounded like it.
You were-
there was
you
a
were?
button. There was a transition. Like it's all
Yeah,
lining up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sure.
We're doing this like the olden days where we just kind of had a loose idea of what we were going to talk about.
We're
instead of
literally
planning it.
looking at the website. I've got the website
Yeah.
on my iPad, and we're looking at it, and we're like, hey, this looks good. See, like right here, I'm looking down, and it says Dick Tracy is making his way to Blu-ray and your living room.
Nice.
And the moment I see this, I'm like, Dick Tracy, perfect. Great movie. We can watch it in the Blu-ray in the living room. And we can also talk about a show that once was at Disneyland. And if
Yeah.
you search hard enough on Geeks Corner, you can find a blog, I believe,
Yeah,
that
and
you wrote 2 years ago.
Was
almost.
it 2?
It's
It
close.
was approximate, yeah.
Year and a half, 2 years ago.
Something like that.
About what?
About they had a musical of Dick Tracy, which was performing at what eventually became the Fantasyland Theater. I think it was still Videopolis when they did it. I'm not entirely sure.
I wasn't around that much then, so
Yeah.
I never actually saw it.
But it's just one of those shows where you go back and you watch it and you realize that this happened. They did this, and it was a really interesting show. I mean, they managed to land halfway between the movie and the comic books. Like there were people up on stage who
that's
were
talent.
like they were reshaped human beings. Like they had the really wide shoulders and all that kind of stuff. They like the style of it was really cool.
So Incredibles is popping into my mind. Is it kind of that feel?
Yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But the weird part is that a lot of the music was written by Stephen Sondheim, I want to say.
Really? Not Steven Schwartz?
Was it Stephen Schwartz?
I don't know. I'm just like throwing it out
I
there.
think it was Sondheim.
If you know,
Check-
comments.
Check the blog.
Yeah, or check the blog. You know, do a quick search.
I'm
Daps
pretty
Magic,
sure.
Geeks Corner.
Yeah.
Dick Tracy stage show, probably.
Dick Tracy stage show, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the same songs from the movie. So whoever did the music in the movie is the guy I'm talking
and I
about.
just don't know
I want
it
to say
that
it's
well.
Sondheim.
Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't say in the blog there
We would.
about the movie coming to Blu-ray
Let me look.
with music
nope.
by.
Don't see it. Director, producer, Warren Beatty, screenwriters. Yeah, this is a pretty basic. Oh wait, here we go. Original music. Sooner or later, I always get my man. It doesn't say it. Awesome. So close.
right.
Yet so
We'll have
far.
to find out in the
So
comments.
Comments, we'll find out. So it's a really fun movie, and I would have loved to have seen the show too, and I'm really curious to see what comes to Fantasyland Theater next.
Yeah.
Like that would
Every time the
what
train
would you
goes
like
by
to
it,
see?
I don't even know. I want to see something that hasn't been done before.
I would
like
too.
I don't want to see a show from another park or from
So you
the
don't want
cruise
to see
lines.
like the Lion King
no,
show come
no,
over
no.
from
I want to
Florida,
see.
or
I want to see. Let's
about-
take
what
a
about
movie.
Beauty and the Beast? That'd
See,
be a
Beauty
nice
and the Beast
return.
used to be there, and I want
You
to
want
see.
something brand new.
I want to see innovation.
So,
I want to see.
Rapunzel the musical.
I would be okay with that.
I would be okay with that, too.
I would be interested in seeing that. You know?
I think even Princess and the Frog could potentially
Yeah, that was
work.
popping into my head too.
I'm
or
trying to think of something new that hasn't been.
and it could even be
touched
something
before.
old because they didn't do all the
something
all the
old.
things. You know, and I'm trying to think through, but they did a lot of them.
Lady and the Tramp. They could train
Right?
dogs. It would be amazing. Wouldn't you love to see a Lady and the Tramp musical? Well, it was a musical, but I don't know. They could use puppets, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, yep.
What?
Nope.
Nope. Nope. What? I don't know what that means. You don't like the puppet idea?
I was right. Dick Tracy musical Sondheim is showing up in the search.
Very good. Very
Yeah.
good to know.
Yeah.
Another thing we wanted to point out is jumping across out of Daps Magic per se and over to MrDaps.com because I've been going on a fun little adventure of
You have a
posting-
MrDaps.com?
I do. How would I guess?
What do you know?
Right? And we never have talked about it on Geeks
Right?
Corner, so this seems like an appropriate time to talk about it. Don't we have Johnny5Magic.com or something too?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I need to know how
I
to edit
haven't
that.
checked it in forever, but it'd be interesting to see what's up there. And
I'm
but
kind of
MrDaps.com, I post a picture pretty much every day, and a lot of them are Disney. But I just posted my experiences driving across the country on Route 66 a few weeks ago.
And tomorrow we're leaving for Phoenix, so those will
tomorrow
probably
we're-
show up a lot.
Yeah, so you might get Phoenix pictures.
It's just you on the road. By the time you run out of pictures, you'll go on the road again. It'll be great.
Yeah, it's the Pixar according to Mr. Daps. The Pixar according to Mr. Daps. I don't know. That'd be an interesting
Pix
photo.
are according.
Oh, or that. And that also reminds
Huh.
me of we have this really fun Twitter game, and you can also do it on Instagram.
Yeah.
Called Daps Pix. DAPSPIX. And each week we put on Geeks Corner the blog, which is on dapsmagic.com/geekscorner, a theme. And what we want you to do is post a picture with that theme, and there'll be a hashtag for the theme, and then you also have to have DAPS pics as another hashtag.
Otherwise, we won't see it. It'll be invisible.
Yeah, it won't come up in our search term. And then we post all of those pictures the following week in our next blog that announces next week. And so, you know, you don't win or anything, but it's fun to have your pictures show up on Geeks Corner.
Your picture will go up on a blog, and you don't have to make your own.
No, it is fun to see all the different ones, because we had pictures from France and all around the country, England. It's just a really fun thing, and it's really been a blast to watch this growth the last few weeks or whatever it's been. And
it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. But we're posting them every Thursday. That's our goal, is to get a new one up every Thursday. And it's been a lot of fun. If you've done it, let us know. And if you haven't done it, you can do it on Twitter. You can do it on Instagram. I think technically you can do it on Facebook. I just haven't seen anybody do it yet. But it's been a lot of fun. Yeah. Okay. Great. So
cool.
Anything else we want to cover tonight?
No,
because we are going back to our roots. We don't have 2 chairs, but we're close. And we are by ourselves tonight. We thought we'd give the team a night off, and we set up our own microphones and our own lights, and that's why we look a little bit funny.
Yeah.
We are sorry, Matt. It's just not the same without you. And same with the rest of the team. We don't have Roger to tell us what we're saying wrong and right, or look up and get that.
He would have known Sondheim.
Yeah,
Dick
he would
Tracy.
have been either nodding or shaking his head. Either way, we would have known if we were right on. It's amazing how many little things go on in our studio during an average show, and it's just weird not to have the laughs and somebody holding the dogs back, and you know everything.
But it is cool to go back to the roots for the anniversary episode.
Yes.
So.
What kind of roots are they?
Square roots.
Oh, okay. Of course they are.
Yeah.
And what?
I don't know.
Oh, you want to encourage people to subscribe, since we forgot to at the beginning?
Yes. Subscribe to the
Share.
videos and the podcast.
And if you like our show, please share it with 5 people.
5.
Because Johnny 5, so I thought that would be an appropriate people.
That was appropriate
number. But so share it with 5 people. We'd love it. And I think we are running out of time.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see you around the corner.
Geek out.